Hi and welcome to Roma ITV. I am Masente Makara. Welcome on your beautiful show. Narrate. Right now I'm with Miss Ts'epang Maboee, who is going to tell us about her own story. Miss Ts'epang, hey.
Hello.
How are you?
Good and you?
Oh, kindly say hi to our viewers.
Hello, viewers of the Roma Internet TV.
Okay. Just tell us about who is Miss Ts'epang Maboee.
Okay. Ts'epang Maboee is a 21-year-old lady from Mafideng. I'm currently doing my third year in philosophy. Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy and Development Studies. And I'm also an HIV activist. I'm not just an HIV activist, but I also live openly with HIV and AIDS.
What encouraged you to disclose your status and why are you doing that?
I guess it's because I had to face a lot of challenges. Stigma, discrimination, and everything that comes with being HIV positive. So I guess it gave me a lot of strength to come open and talk openly about my HIV status. Mainly because I wanted to be an inspiration and a motivation to young people. In fact, not just to young people, but to the whole nation at large. Yes.
How did you find about your status?
I discovered back in 2012. I wasn't ill. I was still healthy. I was okay physically. My grandma always insisted that I get tested, but I always had a problem because I didn't know why she always had to pursue me to go and test. But I believe, in fact, I know she knew something because she disclosed after I tested that she knew that I was actually HIV positive. So she's the one who kept on encouraging me to go and get tested. That's how I knew that I'm HIV positive.
Okay. How was your life before you knew about your status and after knowing your status?
My life took a different turn immediately after I knew about my status. I used to live just like anybody else, but I guess mostly I gained a lot of strength after I knew about my status because of the challenges that came about with me knowing my HIV status. So I think my life, I can't say changed from bad, from good to bad. Instead, it changed from bad to good, I guess.
Okay. Oh, I'm so proud of you, and I think you are indeed an inspiration. Okay, tell us about this. I've seen it on Facebook. You're calling them jelly tots or what?
Yes, they're my jelly tots.
Okay.
The jelly tots, for the viewers, they are my ARVs.
Okay.
I decided to call them my jelly tots because I get the jelly tots are the sweets. And for me, I wanted something new, something fascinating about ARVs. Because we grew up in the society where people believe that HIV should be kept as a taboo, or if you're tested HIV positive, then your lifespan maybe it's shortened or something. So I decided to maybe change the whole perspective on how people view the whole HIV thing. So when I decided to call them my jelly tots, it's because for me, they're, as jelly tots, sweet, they're good, they're my friends actually, they're yes.
Okay, I get that point.
I trusted you with my life. Told the people you are my fucking brother, but you was telling people I love my weakness. Young nigga, why? After the heat that I'm too for you, you just treated me like a fucking loser. Went around and told all of my fucking secrets. Young nigga, why?
The studies reveal that each and every second or each and every day, most of the youth are getting infected by HIV. So, what could be the reason?
I can't say that there's lack of knowledge.
Okay.
Of course, there's dissemination of knowledge. We're being taught about HIV. There are flyers out here, NGOs. Our Ministry of Health is working in all its way it could to make sure that people know about HIV and AIDS. And people know, in as much as I can't say they know everything about HIV and AIDS, but at least they know something about it.
Okay.
So what's lacking right now is that we as youth, mainly youth, yes, we are ignorant, way too ignorant. Because you meet with someone and then you decide to interact with them sexually, not that you don't know that HIV exists, but you tend to, I don't know, maybe lock up your mind and decide to just let it be as it is. So I think what's the main challenge is ignorance.
Ignorance can be so expensive, and is expensive in a sense that you're compromising your life.
Exactly.
ARV are eternal. Like the kingdom of God, right?
Yes.
Okay, what's your say? What can you say to our youth about knowing that status and protecting themselves?
Okay, before I would like to pass the message to people not living with HIV and AIDS. I usually say HIV is just a stigma. I mean, no, HIV is just a virus.
Okay.
We still survive and we still live being diagnosed with HIV. But on the other hand, stigma is a deadly disease. I can still be HIV positive and I can still survive for as long as I want. But when stigma steps in, then it becomes a whole different story. Stigma can be a very, very deadly disease.
Okay.
So I'd suggest that people consider how they pay attention to people living with HIV and AIDS. You know, that support counts a lot. Last year's World AIDS Day theme was communities make a difference. I believe when they decided to give us that theme, it's because they discovered that in as much as we're trying to work to making the HIV thing much better, but the community is still lacking in something. The support is not as it should be. And to people living with HIV and AIDS, I would say, yes, we are infected, but us being infected doesn't mean that the whole picture of me being Ts'epang should be put aside. I am still a human being. I still have emotions, I still have aspirations, and I still have ambitions. And no matter whether I'm HIV positive or not, I'm going to achieve my goals and my dreams.
Well, I'm so proud of you. Okay, currently people are normalizing HIV and AIDS.
Yes.
They're like, HIV is no longer scary as it was before,
Exactly.
and these days we can fear diseases like cancer,
Cancer,
sugar diabetes.
diabetes.
Yeah. So what can you say about that normalization of the HIV?
I think it's a good move actually, because Lesotho is one of the countries with the highest prevalence of HIV and AIDS, and one reason being stigma. And us normalizing HIV, it means that stigma is going to be reduced or something. So if we try to normalize it, then it means people living with HIV and AIDS will feel the need that, okay, I'm still a human being, I'll adhere to my medication, I'll just live my healthy life and carry on as if nothing is happening. Also, for people not living with HIV and AIDS, they're going to give support to those living with HIV and AIDS, and they're just going to take it as any other disease, not as people tend to take HIV as.
Okay, Mr. Bang, I thank you so much for joining us today.
You say you will never leave. I know, baby, I know. You give them your love, they give you heartache. You give them your trust, they took advantage. These people cannot be trusted. Ride with me and I'll protect you. This is my promise, I'll love you. When you feel lost, I will find you. When it gets hard, I will carry you. Eternal love is what I'll show. You say you will never ever leave, but everybody leaves when they got what they want. Unless this is all a dream. Maybe you my perfect dream. You say love me till the end, but nothing in this life can last till the end, unless this is all a dream. Maybe with a perfect dream. You say you will never ever leave, but everybody leaves when they got what they want, unless this is all a dream. Maybe with a perfect dream. You say you will never ever leave, but everybody leaves when they got what they want, unless this is all a dream. I know, maybe you my perfect, baby, I know. You say you will love me till the end, but nothing in this life can last till the end, unless this is all a dream. I know, maybe with a perfect dream. I know. You say you will never ever leave, but everybody